Mode personnage littéraire, considéré pour prendre une équipe naturelle, avertissement et épilepsie, on n'a pas le temps, c'est fait par le CNC, par l'Europe, donc c'est un jeu français, Cyanide, je crois que les Cyanide ils sont français. Oula. Là, le jeu. Sur truc pour entrer dans le manoir. Allô. Ok, d'accord, j'avais cliqué mais il avait pas pris en compte. Je pensais que ça avait validé. Vous pouvez commencer une nouvelle partie. Bien sûr, on va commencer une nouvelle partie. Laissez aux autres. J'ai pas le temps de lire, ça change tellement vite que... Nous sommes en France, à Paris, bien sûr. Décembre 1792. Ah, nous sommes en pleine Révolution française, donc...
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert!
Hmm?
Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Agir, on va agir. Hop. Ouais. Ouais. On va couper le nez. Voilà. Les risques du métier. Eu comme succès.
For God's sake, Louis, I told you to let me do it. Let me see.
You know, I was in control of the situation, Mother.
Oh, tell that to your nose. It's because of this kind of reaction that I prefer to work alone.
You ought to learn to trust me, Mother. Can't you be happy for once? We finally cracked the Von Borchert case?
He was just a middleman. He would have been more useful alive. How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me. You're much
va avoir une
more
balade.
important than you can ever imagine. Right, let's go now.
Oh, tu vas pas laisser les bougies au sol, ça va te cramer. C'est quoi dehors là? C'est Notre-Dame? Ils sont dans ce quartier de Notre-Dame. Chaque fois j'essaye de lire le machin, j'ai pas le temps. C'est un mois plus tard. Ah, ben genre, ah bah c'est le 21, la guillotine pour le roi Louis XVI. Ouais. Non, c'est ouais, c'est le 21 janvier. Ouais. Et Cyanide présente. Oui, c'est le 21 janvier 1793. Ah, donc les autres c'est les éditeurs, eux c'est les développeurs.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Aunt Bertrad's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island. The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Une affaire à régler avec leur
Lord Mortimer asked me to join him. We have some business to take care of.
Oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my son. You get along here like a fish in water. Would you believe that we are all here hoping to solve our personal issues? You'll see.
Right. I doubt that you came here to look for your mother, Your Eminence.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Absolument.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You'll see. You won't soon forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess.
Tu te riches.
Cardinal? A Duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Oula. Crise de panique. Ah non.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No!
Ah.
You want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
Ou la division, le machin. Division ou des...
I definitely have to find Mother quickly. Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me.
On peut se déplacer.
What's happening to me, for God's sake?
Allô?
I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Il dit ZQSD, je suis en ZQ, j'appuie sur ZQ. Ah non, d'accord. Putain, et chaque fois j'ai pas les bonnes touches. On peut courir? Ouais, on peut courir. Ah d'accord, on peut courir.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Ah, d'accord. Le début de web est en société orateur de talent, essaie d'éviter les faux pas et impose ses idées sans froisser ses interlocuteurs. La politique est son domaine de prédiction. L'occultiste émet des faux semblants, convaincu de l'importance du savoir. Il a accumulé de riches connaissances en sciences et en art, utilise d'autres pour arriver à ses fins, lui pose aucun problème. Le détective est seul en investi dans un entraîneur remarqué les moindres détails, tant dans l'environnement que chez les interlocuteurs de terrain, il n'a pas peur des approches directes. En diplomate, c'est celui qui parle, il fait que parler. Cultiste, lui, il est plus connaisseur de certains trucs, et il va faire des trucs pas bien, la plupart du temps, et détective va juste rechercher les éléments qui vont lui permettre peut-être d'avoir des trucs. Je vais peut-être prendre détective. Alors, compétences, interrogatoire, vigilance, psychologie, agilité, logique, manipulation, culture, édition, politique, étiquette, linguistique, conviction, diversion, on va prendre détective. Là. Pas de compétences. Ah, on peut mettre dans les autres trucs aussi. Vigilant, roman des notables ou des éléments déplacés par rapport à leur contexte. Ok. Lisez les comportements déjà comme un livre ouvert. Exercez votre esprit logique et vos techniques oratoires. Contre l'environnement. Cassement le comportement, l'apparence de vos interlocuteurs. Comme à 3 points. Les détails notables. Technique oratoire. Les gens. On va prendre tout ça. Ok, il faut appuyer sur espace.
Well,
Détective
in the last
débutant.
few years, I've solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Orgère, for example. Thieves that tortured their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Je vais prétendre que oui, pas la moindre. Alors, à prétendre ou il a peut-être eu une perte de mémoire.
How could I forget a woman such as yourself?
A woman such as me? What a sweet talker you are. Remind me of how we met?
Compétence nous donne accès à des choix et des actions uniques en échange de points d'effort. Plus de moins de coûts en points d'effort est élevé. Hop. Difficulté. Ok, je peux pas. Non. Je peux pas prendre. Bah, je peux prendre qu'une seule truc parce que les autres, j'ai pas les points, quoi.
Don't you remember? We bumped into each other at Mesmer's show in Paris. That fraudster had even bamboozled the Marquis of Lafayette.
You too, apparently, because I've never been to see him.
Ouch. Well, that didn't work.
Right, we have to go to the manor.
Au besoin de découvrir des Grecs, wow.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Ok, c'est dur. Chaque interlocuteur rentre sur l'île possède une personne qui le rend vulnérable à certaines compétences et éviter à d'autres. Savoir l'exploiter, cette personnalité est cruciale pour mener à bien vos projets. Les ennemis ou des serviteurs vous laisseront épuisés tandis que les vulnérabilités exploitées un point d'effort. D'accord.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Les Italiens en réalisant certaines actions pour ça regarder leurs conditions de déblocage et les filles de manière très intéressant. Là c'est plus un point and click là, c'est un RPG point and click là. Allez hop, on y va. On court un peu quand même.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Faisions retrouver une merveille là. On va poser juste ça.
With Lord Mortimer. Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor. Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Holm?
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the quays again because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired.
Ah, c'est des niveaux 0.
But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Je m'en charge, ok. On va lui demander le mouchoir.
I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get here.
Yes, but...
Invited by your master.
No, of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. You must return now. It is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
D'accord, on peut courir avec... D'accord, faut aller chercher des indices. C'est ça.
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Ok, il y a des indications bizarres sur les trucs, c'est quoi ça? Oula.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Non mais c'est pas ça que je voulais voir, c'était ce truc à terre.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Indice.
It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Les trucs. Il reste 2 points d'effort, nous pouvons un peu de 5. Ok. Oula, oula. Calme. D'avancer. Ah non, c'est la lueur du machin qui fait que ça. Ça fait un point bleu. Corde.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
On me le sert pas.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Ah, one of the letters is stamped with the seal of the order. And I recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother.
But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to?
I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does that name sound so familiar?
Qui est ce type? Il faut quoi? Il faut avoir la politique.
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Et de Sarah de Richie. Il y a d'autres trucs là à vérifier. Impression.
A lantern. Nothing special.
Lanterne. Une lanterne, il y en a d'autres là. Ticket là. Attends. Blanche.
Wooden floorboard. Judging by the splinters of the wood, this floorboard has been ripped up. Yet it was in decent condition. I wonder why someone ripped it up. What's the point of doing this?
À l'examiner.
Part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
C'est fermé. Il y a la grille.
Locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
Ils allaient là-bas en fer.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Forcer avec la barre. Pour manger. Ah, il faut que je fasse attention, j'ai utilisé des points.
There we are.
Voilà. Et qui force le truc, quoi. Qu'avons-nous là? Ah, on a des trucs à récupérer. Le jeu est royal, c'est pour des points.
But it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
Ah. On peut relier des trucs.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels.
Examiner.
What have we
Ah,
here?
peut-être de la poudre.
It's cannon powder.
Ouais, c'est pour le flingue. Bon bah là,
It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm
un
themselves.
truc ici. Commandant, vous devez trouver un fragment d'ambre pour augmenter vos points d'effort au maximum de 1.
Amber crystals.
Dans le menu, fragment d'ambre, talent, ah il y a les talents, c'est vrai. On va montrer comment on a un, les traits, balafre, sens charismatique, inventaire, là, d'accord, il faut appuyer sur 1 pour consommer. On peut faire et serviteur. Ah ok, ça c'est la logique. C'est nous. Ça c'est le prêtre. Et ça c'est le serviteur. C'est pour en savoir plus, d'accord. L'arme, je l'ai pas eu. Il faut rester appuyé, c'est vrai. Voilà, on va les utiliser, comme ça on est bon. On va aller au manoir, là, les indices, on en a pas plus. Bon, si on a des indices, on a quelqu'un qui utilise avec un flingue.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Encore lui là. Ça représente Zeus, je crois.
Impressive.
Ah, my son, I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance.
Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Durant une confrontation, vous devez franchir les étapes pour montrer le plus convaincant possible. Les confrontations sont des conséquences sur la suite de l'histoire, n'hésitez donc pas à utiliser vos compétences. La confrontation affiche une interface, un événement. Point, votre interlocuteur est convaincu.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
On va être
Your Eminence, Mother
avec
left
lui.
some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
Je suis.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Ah merde, on peut pas prendre. Hein, que faites-vous exactement? Oh, est-ce qu'on lui dit ou on dit secret professionnel? Est-ce qu'on dévoile? Allez, on va dévoiler. Hop.
And I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialties.
On balance tout, on est un fou.
You will understand that it does not encourage me to put.
Ah ouais, bah voilà.
Shit.
All the same, it bothers me to
Je
see.
sais que ça aurait pas été bon, mais bon, je me suis dit peut-être lui, il en fait partie.
Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Dépend de ce qu'il
Only
contient.
you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. if I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Dernière étape. Pour la dernière étape, vous devez convaincre votre mère avec une réponse positive. Si vous donnez une mauvaise réponse, cette étape serait répétera jusqu'à ce que vous donniez une bonne cours de maladresse. Ah. Ok, pas de souci.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen.
Il y avait que cette réponse hein, qui pouvait passer, je pense.
Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals.
Ah oui.
The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Bon, par contre, il est au courant qu'on fait partie d'un truc. Quoi. Je me suis dit, il en fait peut-être partie parce que il s'est avéré qu'il y ait des, justement des personnes en partie de l'église catholique qui étaient dans des sociétés un peu plus ou moins secrètes. Voilà, qui faisaient partie de machins secrets. Ça s'est avéré, hein. Ça s'est pas caché. Bon, c'est des gens qui étaient qui sont décédés depuis, mais bon, ça s'est avéré parce qu'il y a des lettres qui ont été retrouvées. Du moins des trucs factuels, on va dire. Des lettres et des trucs comme ça. Je vous laisse découvrir, faire un peu des recherches là-dessus. Mais bon, c'est réel. Bon, après, il y a des films qui s'amusent sur ce truc, mais en fait, c'est des trucs réels, quoi. Vraiment existé. Ils ont fait partie de trucs, en fait, c'est des cercles d'influence, hein. C'est sociétés secrètes, de gens qui s'entraident entre eux pour des trucs plus ou moins d'intérêt, quoi, d'intérêt entre eux, quoi. Pouvoir se placer dans des endroits, même s'ils sont cons comme des bites, quoi. Nombreux objets et indices sont cachés, certains d'entre eux peuvent avoir un impact sur le déroulement du jeu, donc n'hésitez pas à explorer. Lettre, donc ok, on a réussi à la voir. Je vais vérifier pas mal de choses. Ah, il y a la duchesse qui parle avec un mec.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Ah, on va le prendre. On peut pas le feuilleter. Permettre de s'instruire au cours de l'aventure à chaque début de quête. Vous pourrez choisir la lecture et gagner ainsi des points de compétences permanents. Alors, manuscrit. Points de compétences. Ah d'accord, donc si on trouve des livres, on peut s'en occuper. Y a un autre truc là ou... Ah, y a un autre truc, un siège, on peut s'asseoir.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Ah.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Arrête, on va pas le balancer l'autre.
We weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
On va dire qu'elle a disparu.
Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah,
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Je reconnais ce truc.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
J'ai demandé qui est cet homme.
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Alors, est-ce qu'on reste écouter George Washington, qui est donc... Bon, apparemment, selon son machin, donc... présentation, c'est une représentation franc-maçonne. Pour les trucs, il y avait on voyait le compas et l'équerre, j'ai l'impression, plus une forme de pyramide. Pas vu s'il y avait la lettre G. Mais voilà, la lettre G qui veut dire, je crois que c'est, je sais pas si c'est God ou du, ouais, G pour God, ou ça peut, il y a plusieurs significations des fois dans les trucs. Apparemment, il fait partie de leur redoré, donc cette fameuse machin. Mais comme je vous dis, c'est des cercles d'influence, c'est des trucs comme ça, donc c'est des trucs assez importants, où on leur met pas mal de trucs dessus, qui peuvent être réels ou pas, selon certains. Mais pour ma part, je pense que c'est plus des cercles d'influence d'amis qui veulent se placer un peu dans des trucs importants. Voilà. Ce que je trouve pas très, pour ma part, bon. Voilà, c'est cercles d'influence voilà, qui veulent se... Et en plus, ils le disent eux-mêmes, c'est pour se faire des réseaux, pour pouvoir se placer, pour pouvoir avoir des infos, des trucs à l'avance, des choses comme ça, quoi. On va plutôt... Lui, il est plutôt... Allez,
My
on
vision.
fout de Washington.
Let's follow home. I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Home. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Home, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you.
Est-ce qu'il connaît la Madrid?
You know my mother well, is that true?
Who does not know of her, sir? She has such a wide circle that everyone knows your mother from a distance or closer.
Everyone knows Sarah, my son.
But you only know her by her reputation.
I remember she once worked for the Crown of England and that she always honors her engagements. However, we have never been personally introduced, sadly.
Well, if I'm to believe my vision, you're not going to get along with her.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Home. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you're mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
C'est là, alors Hillsborough. Alors Hillsborough, c'est la duchesse. Qu'est-ce qu'elle venait faire ici qui aurait pu en vouloir à ma mère? Est-ce qu'il fait bien? On va lui demander ça direct, hein, vu qu'on l'a vu dans la vision.
Sir, do you know Emily Hillsborough?
Oh, Madame la Duchesse. Of course. It was I who invited her to the island.
Do you know of any link between her and my mother?
Not really, no. They may well have met at the court of King George, but I can't be sure about that.
No dispute between them, then?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And even if Duchess Hillsborough is a complex woman to understand, I honestly can't imagine her in the conflict with the famous Sara de Ricci.
No!
Ah.
I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Ouais, mais
Handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Duché.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Her breathing is becoming stable and...
Je vais se prendre selon mes points.
Pale complexion, thin, broken nails, an enormous scar on her temple, tattoos on her hands. I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell.
Can you tell me something about her?
Qui c'est?
Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. A seer can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
C'est quoi ce truc là?
She's just regained consciousness and she immediately reaches for her brooch? I don't know exactly what it means to her, but obviously it's got to be something important.
Are you all right, Elizabeth?
Bizarre son truc.
Quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me. I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead. You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
Il segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, it's getting late.
Part de la bête.
Time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
Non, il a dit le site de la bête, je crois. J'ai pas vu le, j'ai pas vu ça sur le truc. En même temps, c'est bien éclairé.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Pourquoi il fonce des sourcils?
Oh, it's naughty to tell lies. I life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor. But to find out what, I should have stayed with them.
Eh oui.
Too bad.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Hole, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed.
Ouais, c'est vrai, il a fait des yeux écarquillés, genre ah putain, ça me dit quelque chose.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Non mais ça on l'a déjà vu du coup. Pourquoi j'ai recliqué là-dessus?
Looks surprised, but Holmes doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Ils font peut-être partie tous du même ordre et en fait, bon, dans ces trucs d'influence, ils essayent de se tirer un peu sur la... tirer un peu dans les pattes.
Gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
Où est-ce qu'elle est ma chambre? Eh ben on va regarder dans tous les trucs, c'est quoi ça?
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ouais. Il a dit au fond à droite là, les chiottes. Sûr qu'on peut récupérer des trucs là pour faire des points. J'ai quand même balancé à l'autre que je faisais partie de... Apparemment le George Washington. Alors on est où? Ah oui, on est en Angleterre, donc qu'est-ce qu'il fait là? Alors que l'Angleterre, c'est un truc...
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Ah oui. Ouais. Selon certains trucs, il aurait fait partie d'un truc, d'un truc. Il y a plein de signes. Si vous vous renseignez, ils ont plein de signes, tout ça, pour se, comment dire, se reconnaître entre. Je sais des choses. Bon, je sais des choses parce que je connais quelqu'un pas de ma famille, mais dans la famille de ma mère qui a son mari a fait partie d'un de ces trucs là, donc ils ont des signes, des codes quoi, donc et c'est réel parce qu'ils ils ont le droit ou de les dire ou de les montrer, mais que ça doit pas aller plus loin. Après bon, et ils ont le droit de les dire autant. Jacques Perreux dit quelque chose. Comme ça.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Page de l'encyclopédie. C'est quoi? Excidor. Le reste de toutes vos itérations négatives, vous ne pouvez emporter plus de 5. D'accord. Itération d'un négatif. Ça a l'air d'être complet le jeu, quoi. Tu m'as dit au fond à droite, c'est là, c'est les chiottes. On est dans votre chambre. On va être par là. La chambre. Non, là c'est fermé, d'accord. Au fond à droite.
Monsieur Johann von Wollner.
Dis monsieur, hein, dis monsieur. On dit monsieur. Ok. J'ai compris pourquoi il y avait autant de fauteuils. C'est parce que c'est grand, il faut se poser 5 minutes à chaque fois. Bon, ça c'est fermé. Tu vas me dire, mais vous faites quoi là? Je cherche ma chambre, hein. On m'a dit à droite, je suis allé à droite. Moi je suis allé à gauche, je crois. Quoi ça?
President George Washington.
Ah c'est, ok. Oui, qu'est-ce qu'il fait en Angleterre là? Voilà. Des fois il y a des trucs, des sentiments bizarres. Masse siège, masse truc. Oui, c'est ça. Ah. Une gelée royale. Un peu amère la gelée royale. Ouais. Donc on va l'utiliser, tiens. Voilà. Prochain point. Dès que j'en ai une, je vais l'utiliser comme ça. Ah, c'est quoi ça? Attends.
Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Piaggi. Ah, c'est chez nous ça?
Huh, that's me.
Ah, c'est nous. Ah, en fait, on n'est pas allé au bon endroit. Je pense que c'était de l'autre côté, alors on a fait tout le tour.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
On lui a balancé le truc. Il sait des trucs, donc vaut mieux... bon.
Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so...
Garde notre parole.
I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow, nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Quoi ces tableaux? C'est pas des petits tableaux. Tu sais ça? Là, c'est un ogre bouffant un gamin. Ouais, c'est glauque les trucs. Quoi ça?
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices.
Ah, c'est Saint François
It always
d'Assise.
amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Ouais.
The conversion of Saint Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It
C'était
doesn't look like a
Caravage.
copy, but
Ouais.
I was sure the original was in Rome.
Ouais, donc ça, tiens, j'aime bien.
Saturn devouring his son.
Ah, c'est Saturne, oui.
I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
C'est vrai que si vous regardez la mythologie grecque, où ils se transforment en des machins un peu bizarres, où ils se bougent entre eux.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Et en dessous.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Il y a plein de boucanos. Eau de mélisse. L'eau de mélisse octroie l'effet concentré. Votre prochaine de compétences est gratuite. Vous ne pouvez pas en utiliser plus de 5. D'accord. Eau de mélisse. Mélisse c'est une plante. C'est une plante. Je connais parce que bah, dans les Ricola, hein. Citron mélisse. Le plus connu.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Ah, on peut pas ouvrir. Putain, mais ouais, c'est bon ça. Ah, qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Se coucher direct alors que j'ai. D'accord. Ah d'accord, c'était la chambre, j'ai pas vu la chambre. Je voulais voir le reste, mais bon. Non mais tu dors à côté d'un tableau avec des trucs bizarres à côté. Je suis remonté jusqu'au manoir, j'ai trouvé tous les indices sommaires. À la première quête, je suis remonté au manoir, j'ai trouvé des indices sur ma mère, sur les quais, j'ai convaincu la jeune de confier sa lettre, j'ai rencontré Sir Ponchinjon, j'ai rejoint un petit room dans le petit un talisman étrange autour du cou d'Adams. J'ai pu observer Sir Holm, je n'ai pas trouvé tous les indices sur ma mère, sur les quais. Récupérer le livre sur les quais. Il y avait un livre? Je l'ai même pas vu. J'ai pu rester discuter avec Sir Holm, j'aurais pu rester, d'accord. Ok. J'ai raté juste des indices sur le quai, quoi. On gagne des niveaux. Oula, 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 attention. Encore le niveau 2. Très personnage découvert, dans vos personnages, est un peu exploité. Ok. Donc là, on peut mettre des points, je pense. Technique oratoire, agilité. Donne un détail notable. Et voilà, on va faire ça. On va rester d'abord sur lui. Après, je pense qu'on passera sur les autres. Ouais, c'est espace pour valider. Tac. Le plan de ça permet de choisir vos lectures au cours de l'histoire. Chaque livre que vous lisez conférera des points de compétence en fin de quête. Donc c'est quoi? En psychologie. Je suis quoi moi les talents? Les talents personnage. Lui c'est quoi? C'est essentiellement détective, c'est logique, psychologie. Bah c'est bon. Inventaire. Point de compétence en linguistique, en érudition, un point de compétence en conviction et en psychologie. Ok, on peut pas prendre. Ok, il y a des morceaux de trucs, mais là je vais prendre lui pour gagner un point de. Ok. Il y a un point de psychologie.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durachet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Et c'est le nappe. C'est le nappe. Voilà, Napoléon Bonaparte, on le reconnaît. Alors tout le monde pense qu'il est petit, il était pas petit, hein. À l'époque, en France, les gens étaient tous plus ou moins petits. Et il était un peu plus grand que la moyenne.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Ouais, on a des rêves.
I'm coming.
Ok, on a plein d'informations, j'ai l'impression, là.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us.
Ok. Récupérer la clé. On va quand même aller ouvrir au Jean-Michel, là. Oui, c'est bon, c'est bon.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Non.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Comment l'oublier?
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Bon, du coup, on va aller aider l'autre. Parce que, ouais, la vision après. On voit Napoléon. Enfin, on s'en fout. On va aider l'autre. On va aider l'autre parce que, il a l'air de vouloir savoir pourquoi l'autre est pas morte. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Ou ils ont fait... tout ça.
Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
l'université de Lafayette.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Donc il faut rejoindre un petit salon au rez-de-chaussée. Donc il faut que je descende. Donc il faut que je trouve un rez-de-chaussée. Ah, mais j'ai pas de carte là. Oh, il faut aller. Au rez-de-chaussée, c'est par là. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait le gars? Couteau porte?
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe a Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary
Oh,
Guard.
Nap, qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Do something, my son.
Quand faut y aller.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you. Who do you think you are?
Chemin lui dit, plusieurs pour atteindre votre GV, il peut être bon de réfléchir devant un geste sur la première que vous trouvez.
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you, stay out of it. This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize.
Il est l'autre là, mais bon.
Please have mercy.
Ouais, voilà, c'était.
I apologize. Nah, nah, nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah, nah, nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
Dumbass, are you deaf? She said she was sorry.
Call me that again.
Leave her alone.
Are you looking for a slap, Sonny?
Boum. Ah mais oui. Dans la partie derrière, il y a pas de l'écran. Alors, j'ai retrouvé Lady Adam au petit salon, je parlais derrière, j'ai laissé l'idée à se faire battre sous mes yeux, je m'a envoyé au tapis. Ah, c'est lui. J'aurais pu écouter ce que Sir Washington voulait dire au sujet de ma mère, j'aurais pu en découvrir. Sauf que je... Oh, d'accord, j'ai fini l'épisode 1. Bon. J'ai fini les... J'ai rien gagné, c'est passé en 2-2 quoi. Parce que je me suis fait défoncer, j'aurais pu le laisser en fait, mais j'ai préféré intervenir. Ah non, oui, maintenant j'ai une blessure à l'œil en plus. Ah, quelqu'un m'a ramené dans le...
Bastard caught me dead to rights.
Liam, you have failed me. I don't know what you were doing, but Elizabeth returned much too
J'ai intervenu.
earlier, and I would have been caught. I didn't get time to search through everything, but I did manage to find what I was looking for. The young lady really is John Adams' daughter. Signed, George Washington.
Well done, Louis. The President of the United States asks for your assistance and you finds out I get the feeling I'll never hear the end of it.
Not for a few years, anyway. Now, what was I going to do last night? Ah, yes. Search the room. According to what I saw in my vision, this room was Mother's before I got it. Maybe she left something behind that will help me find her.
Relecture, c'est quoi ça? Point de compétence en conviction. D'accord. On l'a déjà lu. Ah, c'est parce que. Ah, ok, il est pas dans la même position quand on l'a déjà lu. Ok, donc là il y a plein de trucs, j'ai l'impression. Encore du miel. Rien. Croix de mal. La croix de mal octroie l'effet exalté. Vous percevez temporairement les immunités et vulnérabilités affectant les choix de dialogue lors des conversions. Portez plus de 5. Ok, on va fouiller tout le coin. Hein. Pour un point bleu.
Writing material.
Inspecter.
From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd.
C'est une citron, je crois que c'était pour les comment dire les lettres et à l'encre avec du citron, c'était pour les lettres quand tu peux pas voir. En fait, on écrit et en fait il fallait passer de la une flamme dessus pour voir ce qui était écrit par dessus. C'était les lettres cachées quoi.
Writing material.
Déjà. On a déjà vu. Truc caché là. Et attends, il y a une mallette là. C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas fait la valise. Alors, on va aller enlever l'autre. Ah, c'est quoi, c'est un bouquin ça? Ouais, j'ai pas ce qu'il faut pour ouvrir ce machin. Ça c'est ce qu'on a vu. Un truc au sol là.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. Paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something.
Citron, citron. Écrit par-dessus.
Louis, think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a limit to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message? The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Ok. Par contre, mettre des points peut servir. Le feu, les flammes. Ça semble.
Damn, I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. Might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no, there's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
Faut de la lumière, genre du con. Le truc là.
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Faut utiliser la clé. Bon là.
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. All right, I've retrieved everything.
Mon ombre, ok. On va voir à l'extérieur, il y a peut-être des trucs intéressants. Là, il y a de mécanisme.
I couldn't have hoped for better.
Encore de jeu, ouais. Je n'arriverai, mais pas du miel, hein. Non, non. Non, non, monsieur. Collection. Encore. Allez, on va voir si on trouve d'autres trucs. Donc ça c'est... Les bouquins passés là, ils ont pas peur que ça tombe. Hein. Non, on voit rien. La brume au loin. Mais c'est grand, hein.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
On revient là. Je vais rentrer par ici. Ah, une bougie, bah idiot. Une bougeoir. Oui, tu passes en dessous. Faut le message. Oui. Sauf qu'on a salopé le massage, donc on va pas s'y retrouver, on va pas le retrouver. On va pas tout savoir, quoi. Voilà.
It's working.
Eh oui.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, it could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable.
Ah oui, du con, j'ai vu.
I hope it wasn't a unique edition or mother's gonna kill me. I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Ok. Ah, pour une fois, là, on la voit là-bas. Bien rigolo.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Ok, on retourne au rez-de-chaussée. Des portes fermées. Je sais pas si je joue au bon endroit, à chaque fois je... Tout le tour pour rien, en fait. Dans un autre passage. De l'autre côté.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
En fait, il va nous faire la gueule, le Georges machin Chinton qu'on s'est fait qu'on s'est fait défoncer là. C'est pas vrai. Pas le bon rez-de-chaussée. Ça c'est un étage. Ok, c'était là.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
I'm sorry. I should have stopped him from beating you.
What's done is done. It was my fault, not yours.
Don't say that. It's never the victim's fault. Look at your eye.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Comment cela?
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Ah oui. Eh. Tac. Eh oui, la cicatrice.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Elizabeth.
Hein? Quoi? Vous êtes sur Terre, illimité, un point d'effort est bloqué. Ah bah, j'ai rien fait.
Might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself?
Ah
Do you
merde.
really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back? Or let me sleep at night?
Pas faux.
Look, you don't seem like a bad person. And I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Take your father. I'm sure he tried everything to save you.
Sure, he tried everything to keep me from upsetting his political affairs. Once I was declared insane, I was nothing but a burden that got in the way of his career. By leaving me with your mother, he made all the horrors possible.
Ah merde.
Nothing more to say to you.
Ah, j'ai vu des conneries.
Figure it out yourself.
Je me suis dit le père peut-être, mais j'avais rien sur elle quoi. Bon, dans ces sociétés secrètes aussi, il y a des histoires de sacrifices d'enfants, de trucs comme ça. On s'est avéré parce qu'il y a apparemment des affaires de pédophilie qu'il faut rechercher aussi, qui peuvent en parler, mais bon, hein. Toujours des trucs assez compliqués et très durs à entendre, mais c'est des trucs qui existent. C'est avéré, il y en a qui ont fait leurs recherches, qui ont fait des trucs, qui ont trouvé des choses. C'est compliqué. C'est un sujet compliqué, complexe, mais il faut en parler. Pour moi, je suis sûr qu'il faut en parler.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Lire sur l'hôte de ces lieux, sur les invités. Sur les invités.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
Ah, mais j'ai encore des machins, on va les utiliser. Putain, moi j'aurais pu les utiliser sur elle, apparemment j'étais dans la merde. Sur l'hôte de ces lieux.
Speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
Question sur le manoir. Que puis-je trouver au rez-de-chaussée?
Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon, where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
Au second étage.
What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holm, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
L'élixir d'or de la croix de l'homme.
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
Ok. Ah mais j'étais en train de me dire, mais avec l'autre j'aurais pu parler de ce que voulait, que ce qui était au courant de George Washington. Oh, merde. Manuscrit.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend Sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Ah, fait chier. Ok, bon bah on va le laisser. Ok, bon. Ouais, on aurait pu lui parler de George Washington, là, les machins, les trucs. Chacun des types. Alors je voulais voir s'il y avait des choses à vérifier. Tiens, ouais, il y a des trucs à récupérer. D'or. C'est pour s'asseoir, je pense. Ouais, non, on peut passer entre. Rendez-vous au salon rouge. Il est où le salon? C'est là? C'est... pour sortir. Merde. Par là? Par là, je pense. Ah bah c'était là, oui. On va s'approcher. Hein. On va le refrapper.
You could have taken me from behind, but you chose to come at me head on, boy. I respect that. Everything's fine. Just our French way of resolving a personal issue.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary...
Il va défoncer les gens de ceux d'à côté.
French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
You don't say.
Is the wine to your liking?
Il déconne alors qu'il y a les deux autres qui sont à côté, là, qui font partie de...
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine, it is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight
Oula.
variation from the Roux, but I count on
Il y a un bug graphique, là.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Ok.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
What est l'orpheline?
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
J'aurais dû faire connaissance.
What do you think of Volner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Be careful. Volner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know.
Ah, tu vas vite le connaître. Hein.
Here I am.
Quite so.
À très vite.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Ouais, c'est mieux, on y va, Nap. Moi je l'appelle Nap, mais je respecte l'empereur quand même. Là, ouais, attention, y'a pas de barrière.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or, Monsieur de Richet. The truth is, you really have no idea.
Ah merde, oui, je sais.
So, you're wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may have escaped me. I suggest you wait for my mother's return in order to manage such details.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Deviens empereur, deviens empereur.
The revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth to a monster. We must overthrow the new system in place.
Ah, ça réussit.
You are right. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the revolution in France. Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I too am delighted to have met you.
On a raté, hein. On a raté quand même.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Caché par ma mère dans l'allée, j'ai fait connaissance avec elle. Je me suis redigne sur ce de ma mère en aveuglant. Quand même trompé une fois. On est Céline partie. J'ai pas réussi à convaincre Elisabeth Adam de parler de merde. Voilà. J'aurais pu fouiller la chambre d'Elisabeth Adam, j'aurais pu fouiller la chambre de Napoléon Bonaparte. Ah bon? Ah bon? Bon. Oui, donc Napoléon Bonaparte, apparemment, aurait fait partie d'une loge maçonnique. Et voilà, parce que il y a plein de... Comme je vous dis, ils ont plein de codes. Il y a des comment dire, des images, ils jouent beaucoup avec l'imagerie et tout. Il y a beaucoup d'imagerie qui font que des choses qui laissent à penser. Hein. Par exemple, il y a une image célèbre de lui où il met sa main dans sa veste. Et c'est un truc qu'on retrouve dans pas mal d'autres images. Et apparemment, c'est avéré que certains de ces personnes qu'on voit dans des peintures mettre leurs mains dans leur veste est un signe de représentation, un signe pour signifier que je faisais bien partie d'une telle ou telle loge maçonnique. Je crois qu'il faisait partie d'une loge française, Napoléon, donc là c'est peut-être des intérêts avec d'autres loges. Voilà. Là on est en Angleterre, donc il y en a des écossaises, il y en a des anglaises, il y en a des trucs comme ça. Plus connu c'est à niveau 3. On va avoir un niveau 4. C'est vrai qu'on a fait... Ah, on a fait pas beaucoup. Niveau 3 quand même. Mais bon, c'est rigolo ce truc-là. Je vais mettre le dernier niveau là-dessus. On a à fond. On va aller peut-être... On a combien de points? 3 points. Apparence de vos interlocuteurs. Tac. Tac. On va mettre ça. Voilà. On va aller valider. Ah mais on a des cartes. Ah j'ai pas vu qu'il y avait cartes. Talent. Ok. D'accord, là on a débloqué des trucs. Les talents ça a l'air d'être des trucs de... Voilà, on va valider. Ça a l'air d'être des trucs de succès ou des choses comme ça. Oui, c'est les succès.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Là, on a sur la compétence en politique. Ok. Ok. Retour au menu. On va s'arrêter là. Hop. J'espère que ça sauvegarde là. Oui, non, ça auto-sauvegarde. Les comptes télécharge. Alors, je m'appelle pas Wolgulc, je m'appelle Wolgulc, mais il doit y avoir pas assez de place pour leur truc. Allez, on quitte. Ah, il faut maintenir, c'est vrai.